Sai Ram. In the year 1972, Swami decided to register the Sri Sathya Sai Central Trust at Hyderabad. Now, in order to make all the necessary arrangements for this, as well as for Swami's stay at Hyderabad, Swami selected Colonel S.P. Joga Rao. Now, Colonel Joga Rao arrived at Hyderabad, and after making all necessary arrangements, he telephonically confirmed with 3 other people about them arriving to Hyderabad for this registration. The 3 people were, the first is a Rajmata of Jamnagar. The second was the eminent Indian jurist Nani Palkiwala. And the third was, of course, Sri Indulal Shah, who was very much Swami's right-hand person for most of the administrative tasks in those years. Now, over the telephone, the Rajmata of Jamnagar confirmed that she would definitely be there. However, Nani Palkiwala had been held up with some other things and therefore he would not be able to make it. But then, Sri Indulal Shah also would be there. This much was confirmed. The next day, Swami was in Hyderabad. Colonel Joga Rao went to the post office to receive the telegram that had been sent by the Rajmata of Jamnagar. In that, she confirmed once again that she would be arriving in time for the registration. Now, Colonel Joga Rao goes to Swami and informs him about Sri Indulal Shah and the Rajmata coming in time for the registration. Swami then looks at him and says, "No, Joga Rao, they are not coming." Now Joga Rao says, "No, Swami, they are coming," because he has heard the Rajmata herself confirm over the telephone the previous day, and now he also has the telegram. For those that aren't aware, back in those days, the telegram was the fastest mode of communication. Using Morse code, a brief message would be encoded and sent from one place and instantaneously decoded at the other destination, and that would be printed on a card and sent to whoever the recipient was. So within a few hours a message could be transmitted, and that was the fastest method, fastest mode of communication. When Swami asked for confirmation, Colonel Joga Rao pulls out the telegram and gives it to Swami. And Swami looks at the telegram and says, "Here, this is what they are also saying." Can you believe it? To the utter shock of Colonel Joga Rao, the telegram there is saying that the Rajmata will not be coming. And Colonel Joga Rao is simply not able to believe his eyes. How did this happen? Well, the day progressed, it was lunchtime, and during lunchtime, Swami laughed aloud at Colonel Joga Rao and then told him, "Don't worry, they are coming. Look at the telegram." And now when Colonel Joga Rao looks at the telegram, the message in it is a confirmation that the Rajmata is coming. Wow, what a sweet divine Leela. On one hand, it is a funny incident, but on the other, it shows that no word of Swami, even when made in jest, goes untrue. Every word that emerges from the divine lips is indeed a scripture in itself, the Veda Vakya. The universe will reorient itself to make it come true. And so when Swami said that they are not coming, is it any surprise that the words on the telegram had to reorient themselves to confirm what Swami had said? Dear brothers and sisters, in the life of the same Colonel S.P. Joga Rao, there were at least 2 other instances which thumpingly proved that once Swami gives a word, it has to happen. And this message is very, very important for us, as we shall see very soon. Colonel S.P. Joga Rao was the chief engineer at Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. The story of how he came to Swami and became a devotee is a lengthy one, but in brief, this much can be said, that though he was initially very reluctant to come to Swami, it was Swami's love that bowled him over. and soon he became intimately involved in all of Swami's projects. Having come to Swami in 1969, he was the force behind the construction of the college, the women's college at Anantapur, then the university campuses at Brindavan, Whitefield, that is in Bangalore, and at Prashantinilayam, the boys' hostel. Everything Colonel Joga Rao was involved intimately. In fact, Swami would say that people keep telling Sai Ram, Sai Ram, but I keep telling Joga Rao, Joga Rao. Though he was a colonel, he was indeed Swami's trusted lieutenant. In fact, during the 65th birthday, on the 23rd of November 1990, Swami made some epochal declarations. Two of them definitely. The first among them was a tribute that he paid to Colonel S.P. Joga Rao. Swami credited Joga Rao with the improvement that had happened in the Prashantinilayam ashram for the past 2 decades. Swami said that he does all of Swami's activities with a smile on his face, with never-ending energy and enthusiasm. He is definitely a Karma Yogi. Swami went on to say that people call him Joga Rao, but for me he is Jogi Rao, because he is indeed a Karma Yogi. He is always smiling, and despite him having crossed 80 years in age, he works tirelessly and ceaselessly. And at that very moment, Swami called him onto stage and gifted him with gold amulets. And in that very same discourse, Swami took the entire world by storm by announcing the super speciality hospital. Swami said that he would start a tertiary care center in Puttaparthi that would offer for free the ultimate in cardiac care, in ortho care, in urology care, in everything. And Swami also said that the hospital will start functioning 1 year from now. We will inaugurate the hospital and do operations. Yet again, the task of overseeing all of this came to Colonel Joga Rao. And Colonel Joga Rao, in a few months' time, was a very, very worried man. It is an entire story in itself about how the construction of this hospital went on miraculously. But for the first 4 months, nothing had begun. And in the April of 1991, when Swami was in Kodaikanal with the students, Colonel Joga Rao was also there. He was very, very worried. One of the elders saw him and asked him, "Sir, it appears as if you have a headache." He said, "Yes, I have a severe headache which only Swami can cure. Because I am really wondering how Swami will keep up his promise. How Swami will ensure that this hospital is completed before November 1991. Next day, Swami looks at Colonel Joga Rao and tells, "Joga Rao, you didn't have good sleep last night?" Says, "No, Swami, I didn't." Swami says, "Why do you lose sleep over what I have promised?" You know, Swami reassured him, telling him that once the word is given, even Swami is helpless. Swami also can't do anything because Swami has given the word. It has to happen. Swami went on further to give a divine proclamation. Swami said that this land of Bharat is a Tyaga Bhumi, a Karma Bhumi, a Punya Bhumi. A land of sacrifice, a land of action, and a land of merit. So here, if anybody initiates anything selflessly, everything will come together. The land, the universe, the forces, all will come together to support that selfless activity. And we all know how during the birthday in 1991, the super speciality hospital was indeed inaugurated by the then Prime Minister of the country, Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao, and 4 operations were done on the day 1 itself. When Swami gives a word, even Swami can't help it. It has to come true. It has to happen. The other incident from the life of Colonel Joga Rao happened a year later. It was the 13th of October 1992. Swami came walking out after darshan and began to speak to the students. He told them that Colonel Joga Rao was very serious and he had been admitted into the ICU. Now, at that point in time, he was probably 85 or 86 years of age. And Swami said that he is very serious and the doctors are fearing that he will not survive. But he will, because I am going to go to him. And then Swami said, there is no need for Swami to physically travel and go to him, but I want to teach all of you a lesson in gratitude, a lesson on how we should care for those who have served and helped us. And therefore, I will be going and meeting Colonel Joga Rao. Now, once Swami said this news spread like wildfire everywhere in the ashram and Puttaparthi itself. And everybody were thinking on when Swami would be leaving to go to Bangalore, because Colonel Joga Rao was at Apollo Hospital in Bangalore. Everyone thought that maybe next day morning he would leave, and the boys thought that they would go for morning darshan. That's it, everyone, speculations were rife. But then nothing happened in the morning next day. Nothing happened in the afternoon as well. And in the evening, as usual, Swami granted darshan, and then Swami came out and again began to speak to the students. And now, when everyone had thought that Swami had promised something but didn't do it, because Swami said, I'll have to leave, I will go tonight itself, but he had not left even till the next day. Swami then said, all of you Papam are thinking Swami is going to leave. You are also thinking that morning you will all come to the mandir for darshan because Swami will go to the car. I said I will be with Joga Rao. I was with Joga Rao last night. Swami said, throughout the night I was there, because within minutes of me thinking that I should be with Joga Rao, I was with Joga Rao. Dear brothers and sisters, this story was indeed reconfirmed later by the family of Colonel Joga Rao. What had happened there in the hospital was that Joga Rao got up from his bed and he said, Swami is here, get a chair. Everyone thought he is hallucinating because nobody could see Swami. But Colonel Joga Rao got a chair and placed it for Swami. And he kept looking prayerfully at the chair. And here Swami was revealing that I told Colonel Joga Rao, don't worry, everything will be fine. And put him to rest, made him lie down. And after he lay down, his pulse went very erratic. Swami was saying, his pulse went very erratic. And after a point in time, it even stopped. But how can he go? There is so much work left to be done. So I revived him. And this was later confirmed even by the doctors, that his pulse went erratic and it stopped, and they believed that he was gone. But suddenly Colonel Joga Rao kicked back and came back to life. It was Swami who did. And Swami said, I told him, don't worry, you will soon come to Puttaparthi. He was very eager. He said, I will come next day itself. Swami said, no, take rest for 4 days. After 4 days you can come. And that is indeed what happened. Colonel Joga Rao rested for 4 days and he came back to Prashanti Nilayam. Imagine an 85-year-old person on the verge of death, and Swami says, no, he'll come back. And in 1992, that is how Colonel Joga Rao came back. In fact, Colonel Joga Rao went on to live till the ripe old age of 100. It was on the 31st of August 2005 that he breathed his last with Swami's name on his lips. These are the wonderful and inspiring stories of Bhagwan and his Bhakta, the Karma Yogi, Colonel S.P. Joga Rao. This carries the very important message for us that once Swami has said something, it will always be true. Let us never doubt it and let us never lose courage and heart. When Swami says that you call out to me, I will respond wherever you may be. Whether you are in the thick of the forest, on top of the mountain, in the bottom of the ocean, wherever you are, you call me and I will come. That word holds good for all periods of time. There is no need to worry that Swami is not physically present. If necessary, he will become even physically present. Every word that he has spoken in every public discourse, in every private discourse, in every dream of every single living being on this planet is true, even when said as a joke, just like it happened in that case of the telegram. May we never forget that. May we remember that and celebrate, because the Lord has given us so many words. Let us cherish those words, think of those words, and forever have joy in our hearts, because we have been blessed to know Sri Sathya Sai. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.